Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Nemeka Onyeka Odereri. This morning I was just musing and it just occurred to me. Okay, in fact, the music actually came from a discussion I had with a friend who was, sort of concerned about the spate of how will I call it, the way people are dying and all the rest of it. And of course, it boils down to lack of proper medical care. The life expectancy in Nigeria is very, very low. 52 years, in fact. I even saw another report that is about 55 years, but averagely 52 years. And this is unacceptable because the truth is, even Botswana, if you look at Botswana, tiny Botswana, life expectancy in Botswana is even better than life expectancy in the US. 80 years, 79 years. And why? Botswana has a very strong, very robust Medicare and health system. In fact, 84% of people of Botswana are covered under a health insurance scheme. In fact, the only countries that are better than Botswana is Switzerland and Singapore. Singapore almost have about 100% cover. And that is why in Singapore they have a life expectancy of 84 years. In Cuba, that most of us deride, a communist nation, life expectancy there is almost about 79%, and they have over 80% health insurance cover. Here in Nigeria, from medical professionalism to medical equipment to drugs and supplies to everything about this country. I don't like complaining. One of the things I realized is that complaining will not solve the problem. As much as possible, let us creatively provide solutions. And I just came up with, I was just trying to, juggle in my mind the kind of things we can easily do to ensure that life expectancy in Nigeria grows. GlaxoSmithKline left Nigeria, and of course, most of the drugs they produce, the prices have gone up 800%. And we can actually provide local substitute. In fact, one of the things that actually made me to go into trying to begin to do moringa oleifera plantations and neem plantations is because of the health benefits of the leaves and the trees of moringa oleifera and the neem. Moringa oleifera is a very, very good, from the leaves to the seed, is one of the very good sources of substrate ingredients for drug production, for high BP, for cholesterol and other things that are commonly, taking lives from in Nigeria. So what do we do? Beyond most of the things, we need to look at how do we ensure that we aggregate funding to be able to ensure that our healthcare providers are properly equipped and properly trained, and the health insurance companies are doing their job. I noticed that Nigeria has health insurance cover of less than 10%. In fact, just about 16 million or thereabout Nigerians actually have health insurance cover. And health insurance cover is something that is very, very needed for a society that has such high level of poverty. In fact, 197 million Nigerians are actually poor, because by World Bank indicators, once you're earning anything less than $64.5 per month, you're poor. And if you convert it to Naira, it's almost about 100,000 naira. So how many people actually earn 100,000 naira in Nigeria? So what do we do to solve the problem, to ensure that the healthcare practitioners have access to low-digit funding to enable them equip their places and procure drugs, even the pharmaceutical companies? How do we ensure that the healthcare HMOs are also able to do their job by providing, cover for those who actually insured with them? I just came up with a nano program. You can't invent the wheel. In South Africa and other places, this is being done. Today, if we decide to introduce nano health insurance cover, especially for the 197 million Nigerians that are under poverty, where people can actually do contribution on a monthly basis, 2,500 naira, to procure health insurance. Government provides a kind of a guarantee. You can actually link it to their phone, to their SIM, so that they can actually even not feel it when the monies are being deducted. 2,500 every month. In a year is about how much? It's about 30,000 naira. 30,000 naira aggregated among the 197 million poor Nigerians in a year is over 5 to 6 billion and 6 trillion naira. How much did the federal government budget for health? I'm not talking about the recurrent expenses that the ministries and other civil servants are going to loot. I'm talking about how much did actually federal government budget for health in terms of physical capital expenditure. Check it. What of the states? So under this kind of arrangement, we are, by the reason of the Nigeria Health Insurance Act of 2021, yes, which repeals the 1999 Act, Nigerians actually are entitled to universal health insurance cover. But it's not happening. Only about 5% or thereabout of Nigerians have health insurance cover. But it's something that can actually be done. So we provide a nano insurance cover, health insurance cover. The states can champion it, local government can champion it. In a way that you can even tie it to the tax of the people. We can even aggregate health trust fund for the purpose of this. We will, with this kind of those who can, do you know what it means? Some people who have the means can actually provide health insurance cover for 10. Somebody like me can say, okay, I pick 10 and I pay 300,000 naira for them. It covers 10 people for 1 year. So they don't need to call me on phone and say, oh, I'm sick. Once you have sick, you just go to the next health care provider. And again, that is where the Nigeria Health Insurance Authority comes in. We do not have strong law enforcement agencies and procedures in Nigeria. In other developed climes, in fact, my wife runs a clinic. She has a 3-branch clinic. I can tell you, if I mention the names of the health insurance companies that I only have for services rendered for those who have their cover, you will be shocked. For 2-3 years, I only have tens of millions of naira. Services provided, payment not made. A year, 2 years, 3 years. It shouldn't work this way. So the supervising authority in charge of health HMOs should sit up. HMOs, in fact, all the health care providers should not choose or pick the HMOs that they will attend to their customers. All HMOs are, as far as they are licensed in Nigeria, every health care provider must accept health insurance cover from any health insurance company. But of course, that is where the issue is. Most health insurance companies will not pay claims. Therefore, service providers will not attend to their customers. So to mitigate this, the law should be made clear. If any health insurance company has a bill from a health care provider and is not paid within 1 month, they will lose their license. We are building a digital platform to support this. So where we can have an interlink between the healthcare providers, the health HMOs, and the regulatory authorities, that everybody can come together in a seamless manner, so that Nigerians can easily purchase health insurance as cheap as 2,500 naira per month. And of course, by universal estimation, highest payout you can actually do is about 60%. So the health insurance companies is a win-win for them. I've been holding health insurance cover for the past 10 years. I can't remember the last time I ever used my health insurance cover. If I want any medical attention, I normally go pay cash. They get attended. And I know, even in my office, I took out time to sample some of our staff. Over 178. I got over 80% of my people have not even had reason to go to clinic. So they've not assessed their health insurance this thing for almost. So the health insurance people are enjoying. So it's the same thing all over. So if we aggregate 6 trillion naira under this kind of arrangement, of course this is the lowest. It can actually go up to 15 trillion because not everybody. Some people will subscribe to the basic. Some people will subscribe to the MIDI. Some people will subscribe to the diamond. Some people will subscribe to the platinum level and all those stuff. So these things are no skyrocket science. But sometimes when I sit down and I look at those who make our policies, those who govern us, there are certain things you need to look at. I have developed a template. I've been thinking about this thing. I've been working on it. So, who is our health minister? Who is the one running our health insurance, Nigeria Health Insurance Authority? Who is in charge of it? So, what efforts are they making to ensure that they provide a seamless handshake between the Nigerian population that are subscribing for the health insurance policies, the health insurance companies, and the healthcare providers in such a way that there is a seamless, symbiotic relationship, that no one becomes a clog in the wheel of progress? May God help us. Thank you.